Welcome to the Prosperity Podcast for entrepreneurs who are ready to drop the hustle and earn more. I'm your host, Danielle Amos, business and success coach, certified Proctor Gallagher Institute consultant, and lifestyle entrepreneur. Each week, I'll bring you amazing entrepreneurs who have built wealth, harnessing the power of their mind. Prosperity and money are truly about energy, and I'm on a mission to help you create financial abundance through the power of thought. It's time we started normalizing conversations about money and create the wealth that is yours. Are you ready? Let's do this. Welcome to episode 123 of the Prosperity Practice, the podcast that has you living your most abundant life. My name is Danielle Amos, and I am your host. So today's episode was actually taken from an epic teaching. It was such a powerful teaching that I gave not too long ago about the starting point. What is the starting point to having $1 million in your bank account? The starting point of you actually living in your dream home, or you manifesting your perfect partner. What is the first thing, the starting point to that manifestation? That is what this conversation is all about. The first thing we're going to do here is get you very clear on your goals. This is the transmutation of perpetual energy, meaning what you create, the image you create in your mind by law must move into the physical form. So you create an image of you with your goal achieved in your imagination, and you plant that vision, that future memory, that goal, that desire in your heart of hearts, your subconscious mind. You plant it there like a seed, and it moves into the physical form. That is a law. And it's how everything in this universe has been created. In fact, it was created twice. First, in the mind of a person, of a human. This iPhone was created in Steve Jobs' imagination first. And then it manifested in the physical world. If you look around you, everything was created that way. From the chair that you're sitting on, to the microphone I'm speaking in, to the jacket that I'm wearing was a design in a designer's mind. Does that make sense? Your life that you desire, all the things that you want, because they are your desires, they're actually for you. If you can see it, it's possible. Now, when I first heard that, I have to admit I didn't necessarily believe it. But you don't have to believe it to give it a try. Now, you are going to need to believe in what you want to achieve it, because you always get what you believe. I'm going to show you how to change your beliefs, because your belief is just a thought you keep thinking. Does that make sense? I'm going to repeat that. What you believe is just a thought that you continuously think. And you have the power to choose your thoughts. And because you have that power, you also have the power, therefore, to choose your beliefs. It's that simple. But a lot of us don't really think about it. We're just like, show up and we're believing what we're believing without really questioning it. So let's talk about belief. If you want something but don't believe it's possible, this is actually a desire that's quite painful. If you don't believe something, that desire is painful. It's like, I want something, but I don't believe I can have it. And if this is true, or even if you feel like I kind of believe it, or I 90% believe it, what happens is we start to create excuses and reasons, justifications. Even you'll notice you'll start to blame people or yourself as to why you do not have it yet. Does that sound familiar? So anything that is outside of you, like these reasons or excuses, and we could say, like, I've heard this a lot in just the outside world, like it's the government's fault. I work with a lot of realtors. They're like, it's the mortgage rate's fault, or my husband or wife's fault, or my mom's fault, or ... right? So we tend to start to blame when we don't believe. So it usually happens when we have desires, but we can't figure out the how. Does that make sense? We don't know the how it's going to come about. And you've heard me, if you've been in my world for a while, I've said the how isn't up to you. And that's even hard to believe in the beginning. So the reason that most of us have a hard time believing that a desire can happen is that we're so used to looking at our results right now, or what now, like what is reality? So what is in your ledger right now, or what is in the bank account right now? And since the right now reality doesn't match the desire that you want, it creates resistance. And so in that noticing that it's not there, I'm not there yet, resistance is created, and your thinking starts to revolve around the fact it's not there. And your thinking leads to your feeling. And here's the truth. You have to be in a receiving state of your desire. And to be in the receiving state, you have to believe it. So this is true. What do I mean by that? Receiving state for the abundance of clients that are right there waiting for you to just click and believe, actually believe. So you have to believe it, and there can't be any doubt in your mind. Your desires got to be like really crystal clear, and to be in the receiving mode. And when you're in this receiving mode, you're connected to your source energy, or your inner being. And your inner being, source, already knows the path for you to achieve this goal. Creation's finished. It's already done. So your inner being, source, is constantly guiding you towards the answers to get there. Constantly guiding you through ideas, through what you read, through the book. You've got to be open to receive it and connected to receive it. Because if you're not connected, the clues are coming to you to take you from where you are, but you might be missing them. And that's what happens when we don't believe. Right in front of us are the prospects we're there to help. Are the ways. You're literally sitting already on acres of diamonds. Everything you need to achieve your goal is already there. It's nothing outside of you. You don't have to move to another city or go somewhere else. Right where you are, you have everything you need. But you've got to be in the receiving mode to be even aware of the opportunities. And so allow yourself to receive the information. Now, what happens when we're not in a state of belief or connected to our source and we don't believe? What happens is right in front of us is already like the thing that we need to get us to that goal. So I'm going to give you an example, a story. Have you ever been looking for something and it's not where you normally put it, and then you look back and it's there? So for example, this happened to me with my keys. I always put my keys in a pouch, like a key pouch. And I always place my keys by the front door, next to the plant. And this one day I picked up the pouch and the key wasn't in the pouch. And so I believed the key was lost. And in a moment of panic, I kind of freaked out because I needed to get somewhere. And so I went to my pocket of my coat and the key wasn't there. I'm rifling through my purse. There's no key. So I call to my husband. I'm like, I need the Tesla key. He throws me the key. I go off and do my errands, go to my meetings. The next morning, I totally forgot that I had lost my key, and I'm walking towards the door and on the way to the shelf, and I see the pouch, and on the other side of the plant is the key. And I thought for a moment, I'm like, Was someone playing a trick on me? And like, I asked my husband, he's like, no, I didn't touch the keys. Like, what are you talking about? In the moment, I thought I lost my mind. And then it hit me. I believe that key was lost. And in that belief, I couldn't see that the key was just on the other side of the plant. This happens to us often. When I was in harmony for the desire I wanted, which was the key, I believed it to be lost. Therefore, it was lost. Then I got distracted, went on my day, the next day walked and I saw it. This happens so often in your life. Your beliefs dictate the reality and the circumstances that you experience. Many of you believe prospecting is hard. What if you believed it was easy? Many of you believe, you have all these beliefs. I don't want to list them because they're blah, blah, blah. It's all not true. In a moment, you can change your belief because a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So when you recognize this, you can actually take your power back and say, okay, I hear myself saying like, this is hard, or no one is picking up the phone, or whatever it is you're saying to yourself. Stop yourself and ask, does it serve me to believe this? If the answer is no, the next question is, what do I prefer to believe instead? And how would that feel if I believed it? And from that space, go out and take your action. And notice how people start saying yes to you, picking up the phone, and all of those things. You've got to be able to take the action that you know to take, but it's the energy behind the action that matters most. Is this resonating? You cannot outperform your belief. You cannot attract your belief. You'll always get what you believe. And your beliefs right now are dictating your right now results. And I can tell you this, is that there is always room for you to grow. So even if you're closing 10 cases a week or 100, there's always more. Because if you can do that on a Monday, you can do that on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And it doesn't mean you've got to work harder. That's a belief. You can learn to work smarter and have the same or better results with less time and less effort. So like I said, this episode is coming from a really powerful teaching that I gave, and it's a must listen for you today. So if it resonates how I'm teaching here, consider joining our community. To find out which program's a good fit, connect with our team. You can send me a DM. You can send my team a DM. We are all hands on deck for you. We're here to help you. You can book a call, or I'm happy to go back and forth with you in Messenger. We're here to answer your questions and help you. So enjoy this clip from a very recent teaching.